It's back to back, hit 'em back to back. When I'm landing on your beach, better know that it's way. Yeah, oh yeah. Better learn how to surf it. Back to back, hit 'em back to back. Dropping links, dropping tracks, yeah, you know that it's way. Yeah, oh hey. Better learn how to surf.
Check your time with my time. It is officially 4 minutes past 1 o'clock on Wednesday the 10th of April, reporting live from the beautiful city of Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. It is your boy Indigo Saint, live on the Third Eye podcast, and welcome back. If you've listened to part 1 and you listened to part 2 and you listened to part 3 of this conversation, well done. You are my tribe. And yeah, I have something for you. And it's coming from the Everyday Hero Manifesto. I'm just gonna get into this right now before we start talking about the previous parts that we went through. I promised that I was gonna be reading this book every time I came on here. I didn't want it to be redundant and read a passage from this book on each of the previous parts, so I thought I'd save this for the last bit, and we'll talk about this and everything that we've just spoken about. So this is from the Everyday Hero Manifesto by Robin Sharma. If you have a few dollars in your bank account, if you have like $20 or something, I'm sure you can get it for cheaper now, because I got this a while back. But yeah, I highly recommend this book. It definitely keeps me going. So this is from chapter 28, and the chapter is called The People Builders Mantra. Fitting, huh? Maya Angelou once wrote this piece of wisdom: people may forget what you say, and people may forget what you do, but no one will ever forget how you made them feel. So build people up. Never tear others down. Help anyone in need. If you don't have something good to say to someone, don't say it. Treat all with courtesy and kindness. I know that seems old school, but that was such a good school in so many ways. Leaving everyone you meet better than you found them and feeling bigger than when they first met you is just a fantastic way to roll, and a good mantra to be guided by. I hope you live by this today. I hope you live by this tomorrow. I hope you live by this every day. Because every day we live to be heroes in our own story. Because if you really think about it, I know you're listening to this and you're thinking, yo, why is this man reading this to me? And, I'm reading this and I share this just to keep you going. There's something bigger that you're building. There's something bigger that you're chasing. You might be privileged enough to come from good fortune. You might be privileged enough to come from a great family. Not everyone is. If you're one of those people who isn't, your journey is harder than most. Your journey is challenging, or has been challenging. Because again, you see, what you are trying to build is not a today thing. You are looking at future generations, people who are going to come after you, who won't ever meet you. And that's what we're in this for. We're literally at war. Some of us with ourselves, and some of us with our families. But the war that we're fighting is that financial war. We're all seeking financial freedom. Or we all should be seeking financial freedom. Who doesn't want that? But then there are ways in which we achieve this. There are ways in which we can get there more in one piece. There are ways in which we can get there intact, with better mental health. And maybe just as important, or maybe even more important, better financial health. And it's the due diligence which is difficult. It's the doing your own research. It's the spending a little time to read something and to understand it. It's belonging to a community of like-minded people. It's understanding that not everyone has your best interests to heart. And ultimately, you're going to have to step up. Because you see, you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for future generations. You might not even know this. You're also doing it for me. The wealthier you get, the better you make this world. I trust and I believe whatever led you to this channel, whomever led you to this channel, led you here for a reason. And the only reason you're here is because you have a bigger purpose. And I hope you fulfill your purpose. I hope you fulfill your purpose, and I hope this information and this knowledge that I share helps. I hope it gives you a little more insights. I hope the information is something that you can take and share as well with your family. I hope the information is something that you can bring back to me and challenge me. To be like, yo, Indigo, maybe I think you should have a look at this. Because I too am trying to grow. I'm only just a human being having a separate human experience from you. But you are a human being having a separate human experience from me. But then the one commonality that we have is that we are both fighting for freedom. And the freedom that we are fighting for is that financial freedom. And it doesn't matter whether you are black, white, brown, green, blue, or yellow. It does not matter. Doesn't matter which country you come from. Doesn't matter which state you come from. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter your past at this point. Doesn't matter. What matters right now is this moment here, right now, today, as you listen to my voice, and the next step and the next decision that you're going to take. What are you going to do? What are you going to do next? We've been talking about this project, the SWFT Coin. We've been talking about this project and talking about it from a purely researched based perspective, purely academia. Some of the most respected scholars that I know, I mean Black Root, I'm talking Underdog Research, I'm talking Shook's Focus. Well respected people within their own communities who are presenting an immense amount of research, right? I'm blessed enough. I'm like so lucky to be able to have conversations with them when we're not live and we're not, on the internet, sharing the knowledge, sharing information and sharing knowledge, right? I'm lucky enough to have conversations with them just as men, and also as people who really inspire me. And the amount of love for what they do is so inspiring. It makes me think about all the times when I get on stage and I have to perform, every time when I'm in the studio and I have to write a song. I carry that energy, I embody that energy, the same energy that they have with this research. I embody that and I carry that into everything that I do every day. And you are so blessed and so privileged if you already follow these gentlemen, and if you've been listening to them or watching their videos in the past. You are in a good place and a good space. It's never going to be financial advice. They're never going to tell you what to do, when to do it. All the information is always going to be research based. There's no shilling, which is really rare and difficult to find on the internet today. Everyone is trying to sell something to you, but all of this information is free. All of this information is free, and the only price that you have to pay is doing your own due diligence. I'm gonna charge you though, because I don't play like that. Nah, I'm playing. But for real, if you really enjoy what you're listening to, if you've been enjoying the content so far, please do like and do subscribe. When you do like, what happens is the algorithm is gonna recommend this video to other people who are just like you. And when you do subscribe, that means that you're not gonna miss any information that comes out after. You leave a comment. That comment is for me. I'm going to do my best to reply to all of your comments. And I would love to learn from you as much as I'm hoping you're learning from me. And that way, what we're building is we're building a community that's based off trust. I had like 2 other things, but I can't remember them. I think let's start there. Let's start off with trust, and I hope as time goes by, you get to trust me more. I don't know you yet. I haven't met you yet, but I trust in due time we will. We might meet in virtual spaces in the metaverse. We might meet in the comments, but wherever it is that we meet, I'm genuinely and honestly looking forward to that time and to that opportunity. So thank you so much for your time. This has been great. I think this has been good for me. I've been wanting to talk about this a little. Again, if you want the full thing, if you want the full episode and where I was getting this information from, you can head over to Underdog Research. I believe that's the channel name on YouTube, and you can watch the video that's the most recent video that was posted on the 6th of April. And watch that for yourself, and just like be a sponge. But remember, the difference between you and a sponge is that like you can ask questions. Where you feel like there are holes, or where you feel like there are holes, poke them. And let's grow together. But this has been great. This has been so amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for your time. This has been The Third Eye. I am your boy, Indigo Saint, and I have to do this because where I'm from, they say, Intico, yisinto, chovicho. Ujipanzuli paralase mayatini umapapula isitudla yellow bone elimnyama April Max 25 John Wick ongafio. Ilema liga tanko. Thank you so much. This has been The Third Eye.
Just back to back, hit 'em back to back. When I'm landing on your beach, better know that it's way. Better learn how to surf it. Back to back, hit 'em back to back. Dropping links, dropping tracks, you know that it's way. Better learn how to surf